Councillor, first of all, tell us exactly your thoughts on the CTO meetings. How has it been in terms of the conversations with your colleague ministers and commissioners?
Listen, CTO is a must in the Caribbean region, and Tobago is happy to have a seat at the table. It's only love. And especially coming out of COVID, I think that sense of togetherness has strengthened. What you have is, even though individual destinations have their goals and their targets that they want to meet, what you get from CTO in particular is that everybody wants to help each other achieve those goals. So CTO is very, very critical at this time, we believe, in terms of strengthening the relationships in the Caribbean. We recognize that the tourism sector is one where united we are stronger, and that is, I think, the goal of CTO, and we have been achieving that very beautifully. Tobago is just happy to be around the table with our respective Caribbean countries, because we recognize the importance of the tourism sector to our economy in Tobago, and having access to these ministers who are doing great work in each of their individual territories actually encourages us to continue doing the work that we need to do in Tobago.
Tell us about Tobago tourism. How are things, and what are you doing to sort of transform the tourism product and experience?
Right. So, COVID gave us the opportunity to look inward. We're still coming out, because we were one of the last territories to reopen after COVID in terms of accepting international flights, getting back our domestic air bridge back up to maximum capacity in terms of the pre-COVID levels. What are we doing right now is recognizing that we are not competing with everybody else. We're not trying to be a Grenada, we're not trying to be a Barbados, we're not trying to be a Jamaica. We're trying to be the greatest little island on the planet in the best way that we know how. So we put a lot of emphasis on selling what we're good at, selling our events, selling our festivals, selling our culture, building our orange economy, making improvements in the local accommodation, because while we're trying to attract investment and some of the larger branded hotels, we recognize that the majority of our accommodation is locally owned. So empowering our locally owned accommodation service providers to up the service and up the standards to make it world class. So even though you're local, we're thinking global. In addition to that, we're launching a campaign called Redefining All-Inclusive. Tobago has no all-inclusive properties. So how do we redefine all-inclusive? It means that we are putting ourselves in the shoes of the people who are visiting our destination and looking at ways that we could enhance their experience without busting our pockets to do so. So one of the initiatives that we started just 3 weeks ago, we introduced water wheelchairs at one of our flagship beaches, Pigeon Point Beach in Tobago. And what that has done is taken that beach going experience for somebody who has physical mobility challenges to a whole new level. So if you come with your wheelchair to the beach in the past, all you could do is park up on the sand and watch everybody else enjoy themselves. Now with the introduction of those water wheelchairs, we take you out of your wheelchair, we put you in the water wheelchair, we have an attendant that goes in the water with you, you get to enjoy the pristine, beautiful beach at Pigeon Point, you get to enjoy your experience while your family is also enjoying your experience. And that is one way that we have looked at in terms of redefining all-inclusive. We're looking at training for frontward-facing establishments to ensure that at least one person can speak sign language, so that persons who visit the destination who have hearing impediments and they utilize sign language can now have somebody who they know will speak their language and be able to communicate with them. In terms of persons who are visually impaired, incorporating in our signage the technology that allows them to utilize their smartphones so that they could scan the QR codes and they get the information, text is provided to them, so they feel a part of the experience. And these are some of the simple things that we can do to redefine what all-inclusive means. We don't have the big hotels with the all-you-could-eat, all-you-can-drink, but certainly when you visit the destination, you need to feel that there's something there for you to do, regardless of who you are, regardless of your age, where you've come from, what language you speak, what challenges you may have. Tobago is a place that has something for you.